Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been missing for a while, but guess what? I'm now in Canada, and so I'm here today to share my landing story with you. Just look in the background. Look at all that greenery. It's so beautiful, so lush. Anyway, let's get back. So we landed in Canada about 3 weeks ago, and we landed at the Toronto Pearson International Airport. So we traveled from Grand Cayman, which is about 4 hours flight. We traveled on WestJet. We had a lot of bags to carry. We chose to carry them with us rather than to ship. So we had about 15 bags, and you're allowed to carry 23 kilograms in each bag. We decided to pay for our luggage, which was a bit costly, but we got some help from our previous employer, and so that made it manageable. Now, we traveled with our 2 children, and we thought it would have been hectic, but it wasn't. So we checked in our bags. It was pretty straightforward. We paid the money, and then we proceeded to our flight. On arrival at Toronto, we went straight around. The first stop was at the kiosk. At the kiosk, you had to scan your passport. After scanning the passport, you were given 4 slips of paper, and then you were told to go around to the next side. You continued straight into the line. When we got there, the line was a bit long, and we said, oh Lord, it's going to be such a long wait. But surprisingly, it wasn't a long wait. The line went by pretty quickly. There were 2 separate lines. Those individuals who had the slip of paper, we were told to go to a particular line, and that line went really fast. They just looked at our paper and said, go straight ahead. Then we went straight ahead. And when we got around to the immigration counter, we stayed in line for a short while, and we were called to the counter. When we got there, the immigration officer, he asked for our confirmation of permanent residence document, which we provided, and he looked at them, and then he said that he would process my husband first so that he could go and have a seat with the kids, which I thought was really thoughtful. So he asked the questions, have you ever been refused entry to Canada? He asked, do you have any other dependents apart from those who are traveling with you? He also asked if we've had any criminal record. And my husband provided the answers, after which he completed the COPR document, and my husband signed, and then he was allowed to go and sit. While I stayed and I provided information for myself, he asked me the same 3 questions for myself, and I completed the documents for myself and my 2 children since I was the principal applicant. Then after I signed the form, he told me to go and have a seat so that he could enter the information into the system. And then I had a seat, and then after about 4 minutes, he called us back to the counter, and then he asked us if we had anything to declare. We had to declare cash, because if you're coming to Canada and you're taking over $10,000, you have to declare. So we declared the amount of money that we had with us, and he wrote it on the form. I thought he was going to ask us to provide evidence, but guess what? He didn't ask us to provide any evidence. He just took our word for it, and then he said Okay, welcome to Canada. And we were on our way pretty much. Now, when we went to collect our bags, that was quite easy. By the time we got through customs, our bags were already taken off the carousel. And a gentleman came by and he offered to help, and he helped us to pack the bag and so on. Then he told us that at the end, when we're going to exit, we would have to pay, I think we had to pay about $32 based on the amount of bags that we had. And so he brought us down there and we paid for the bag and then we exited. Now, we were not able to get our SIN number on that day because it was a Sunday that we landed, and the SIN office, the Service Ontario office, was closed at that time. The following day would have been Canada Day, so we were not able to get it the second day either because the office was closed on the holiday. However, on the Tuesday, we were able to go to Service Ontario and we were able to get our SIN number. That's our landing story. It was pretty straightforward. It was quite simple, and I must tell you that I feel so awesome. You know, we are here and it's just a nice feeling. So stay tuned. I know I've been away for a while, but I was taking some time to get settled. Stay tuned as I continue to share our journey here in Canada, how we are settling in and so on. Remember to click like and subscribe, and don't forget to click that little button at the side so that you're always notified when I post. Remember, whatever information I share on this channel is strictly based on my experience, as I'm not a consultant. So stay tuned. God bless you. Bye for now.